Right, with Welling United manager Jamie Coyle after a disappointing defeat to Bath City. Jamie, I thought it was fairly even in the first half, but second half, do you reckon they changed their shape quickly and we didn't get going?
I don't know, I think they scored at a good time for them. I thought we'd had created some better chances early in the second half, but they scored really early and it kind of took the wind out of our sails a little bit. But yeah, we struggled today. We struggled, and I think unfortunately it summarises our season and just the lack of consistency from start to finish, and we've just fallen short.
It's probably not ideal. I've heard coming off the pitch, if we had got a result, we would have still been in it to the final day. But are you disappointed that we fell short, Jamie? Even though you say that we have started from scratch this season, you're still a bit disappointed?
Of course I am. Yeah, we've set our standards high at the start of the year. Although the remit was to improve on last year, and we've done that by a long way. But you know, as a management team, we sat down and we believed that we had the quality, and although it would take time, that we'd have a chance of getting to the playoffs. And it's unfortunate that we've just fallen short. But like I say, I'm frustrated today because going from the performance we put in on Saturday to that tonight is just a million miles away.
What disappoints you most about it, Jamie? What is it? Is it the application? Or is it the effort?
It's the consistency, and that's what it is. It's if you look at the start of the season to where we are now, the league table don't lie, and we've fallen short, and that is down to, you know, collectively we haven't put decent enough performances together on a consistent run throughout the season. We've had good spells of 16 games and we lost one, and then we lose 2 or 3, and we are young. I think especially in the first half we had a lot of young players on the pitch, but it's not an excuse. We've got enough quality in them youngsters to go out there and perform, and we haven't done that today, and like I say, unfortunately, if you look at the course of the season, that is what it's been like. You know, we've been really good on Saturday, and today it just looks like a different team.
At times, I think towards the end of the season, we look like we've had enough artillery. Then at other times, it looks like, I thought today both teams were trying to score, were trying to win the game in the first half, but we had little final third quality in the first half.
Well, I said it on Saturday, didn't I? I think we created loads of chances Saturday, more than we had done in the last 4 or 5 games before that. But again today, I don't know whether their keepers had a save to make again, a real purposeful chance. So it's something that we have to look at long term, in terms of creating chances and having more quality and better service for the forward players. But you know, the boys have given it 100% from the start to where we are now. And it hasn't been good enough, as simple as that, and it allows us now to sit down and plan and look at what we need to improve the players that we've already got.
You've managed sides before, academies, you've been in management teams for years. As your first solo season as a manager, has it surprised you if you learnt stuff?
Yeah, you learn things every day. It has been a massive learning curve from start to finish. It was a slow start as I was expecting, but if you look back, if we end up falling short of 1 or 2 points, it's always ifs and buts, isn't it? You know, the kind of the turmoil we've had in terms of goalkeeping issues, and 9 goalkeepers throughout the season is always going to be the talking point. The amount of points we've lost of goalkeeping errors, and it's frustrating. It is frustrating, but I think if you look at the start of the year, what was asked from us as a management team, we've far exceeded that, and that's the pleasing thing. But like you said to us before, we did set our sights on the playoffs at the start of the year because we thought that we'd have the quality to get there, but we've just fallen short. But we've learned a lot about the players that we've got at the moment, and we continue to learn between now and the end of the season. And like I said to them, they're playing for their futures for the club, and some of them performances tonight wasn't good enough.
Welling's a funny club, Jamie. Some people say it's a small club, other people say it's a big club. At this standard, at this league, should Welling be looking to get promotion back to their Premier?
Well, not if you're comparing it to the budgets of the other clubs that are in this league, no. But we've got the belief, and we will have the quality moving forward to really have a push. I'm fully confident about that. It's just where we've just taken so long this season to get in our stride. It's killed us a little bit. We had such a slow start with the other issues that we've already discussed. But you always sit down and you analyse and you reflect, and we've learnt a lot from start to finish, and it's exciting for the future.
Have you made any decisions on players, or is that going to be happening between now and the next few weeks? Do you want to get your squad sorted for next year sooner rather than later, or will it be a pre-season thing?
You do, but I think with the progression we've made as a club moving forward, we've had so many players contact us from decent clubs that want to come in, and that's a testament to the club. It's a testament to the management team and the players that we've already got. It's been a massive improvement from last year, but it's still just so frustrating because we had expectations that were higher than where we finished.
So next year there's going to be a few big clubs coming into the league. Torquay, I don't know if it's Woking, but probably Dulwich, Hamlet, and sides like that. It's going to be harder next year, Jamie. But you're sure that the club can try and compete at the right end and around the playoffs? Is the playoffs the aim next year?
Yeah. Of course it is. You won't go into a season not wanting to get in the playoffs. That's not where you want to be. So. No, we're confident. Like I say, if we keep the nucleus of the team together, we've had so much contact from players at a higher level as well as our league at the moment that want to come down. So that's why the players have got to perform. We look at the performance of the players throughout the whole season, and we'll sit down as a management team and make decisions.
We'll go on to Saturday away at Chippenham, final game of the season. Obviously the club can't get in the playoffs now, but how are you taking it? Are you going to look at a few other players, younger players, or are you going to go full out and try and get the 3 points?
Well, yeah, and like I say, we're constantly analysing everyone that we've got, the characters especially. You learn a lot on games like tonight when the chips are down and we're not performing well. You learn a lot about characters, but I think it's important on Saturday to have a look at changing it around, and we're still making decisions on some players, so we have to look at that.
Will there be a chance of some of the younger players to get a game, or do you think you'll be as pretty strong as you can?
Yeah, we want to finish the season as strong as we can to try and build a little bit of momentum for next year, so it's important. We're not going to just throw the towel in. We're going to try and get 3 points and perform much better than what we did tonight.
Well, Jamie, it was a poor season last season. This season was a lot better. Your first season back at the club. Well done, and hopefully 3 points on Saturday and good things next season.
Thanks, Tom.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.